Anyone, what are some stories you have wanted to tell people but haven't had the right Ask Credit question to answer? When I was 12, 13 years old, I was really into fishing. I mean, to the point where I was reading In Fisherman magazine, begging to go to Bass Pro Shop, and would even wake up really early on Saturdays because they would sometimes playing fishing infomercials at like 4 a.m. And of course, every weekend I would drag my parents out to the forest preserve so I could fish. They weren't into it themselves, but they encouraged it because it kept me out of trouble, and they got to enjoy some relaxation time. The little lake I liked fishing at did not rent boats, but it did have a dock for people with boats to use. Because we didn't have one, I would just fish off the dock on one of those foldable cloth chairs. It was nice, but I was mostly always catching small fish, and felt that the bigger ones were out there in the middle of the lake out of my reach. Then one day, we're at Kmart, and we see this big inflatable raft on sale. I asked my dad if we could get it, so we could take it out on the lake, and to my surprise he said yes. So, we go out that weekend, and I'm super excited to finally get out on the lake. We inflate the raft, get our stuff in, followed by ourselves, and then pushed off from the dock. We row out to the middle of the lake and drop a little improvised anchor my dad came up with. He took a nap, and I fished for about an hour. Didn't even get a bite, which was disappointing. We go back to the shore, and I get back to fishing off of the dock, and my dad starts grilling steak for some tacos. In order to dry the bottom so it wouldn't get nasty when we packed it up, we turned the raft over and left it out to dry in the sun. About 15 minutes later, a park ranger rolls up on us as we are eating. He points to the raft and asks, "You guys aren't thinking of taking that out there, are you?" My dad and I give each other a wide-eyed look, and then both give him a drawn-out, "No." The officer replies, "Well, that's good to hear, because I would have to write you a ticket for that. It's dangerous to have inflatables in that water because it could easily get punctured. Why don't you pack that up and I can be on my way?" So he stayed there and made sure we put it away and then left. We honestly had not even thought about how dangerous it could have been for us, especially with me fishing with sharp hooks. That ranger totally knew that we were out there. He just wanted to be nice and not write us a ticket, and instead inform us about the dangers, which I thought was pretty cool of him.